Hello students, I wanted to give you a quick refresher of what I'm looking for in your annotation. Also note that a lot of the times I'm going to have you annotate in a rhetorical analysis grid, and that's going to be our primary method. But when you are taking an AP test or even one of my tests and timed writes, I'm going to have you annotate the selection and be very careful about it. But anyway, let's get back to what I want to review with you. You need to own it. It needs to be yours, and how do you do that? So why in the world in the first place are you annotating? All right, you are interacting with the text, and if you do that, then you're going to own the text. Get personally invested in it. It is a quick reference, so when you're doing those timed writes and those very quick, fast essays that are required on an AP exam and also in this class, you will have notes that you can go back to easily, and you'll know what section, where in the piece you want to pull from. You can also organize yourself much more easily. All right, participation points in class. We will have a couple of group seminars, and when I say seminars, Socratic seminars, where we will host discussion and small discussion groups. That will be upcoming, so you will get points for those, so be prepared. Always have your notes for whatever selection. So, for instance, narrative of the life of Frederick Douglass. At any time, I could request that you have a Socratic seminar and that you come and meet me at a specific time, specific place, and that you share your notes and debate. It's almost like a mini debate back and forth with your fellow students. All right, it's just really great practice for the AP exam. All right, I'm looking for consistency. Often, consistently, beginning to end of the piece. Depth, go beyond just summary and identification. Underline rhetorical devices and strategies. Always put in the why. Why are they effective? Why are they important? Why is this fulfilling or helping the author fulfill their purpose? Don't just highlight. You need a comment. That's where actually typing online and using that comments tool is so effective. Write comments, reactions, insights, questions. That goes without saying. And mix it up. If you find yourself asking too many questions, stop. You need to write some comments and reactions. All right, repetition. Look for anaphora, and it is often used throughout many of these pieces, and it usually emphasizes a major idea. Look for background, the experience, the age. A lot of times they will give you a little bit of mini background of the setting for the speaker, the occasion for the speaker. You need to know that. You need to understand it as best as possible. All right, highlight and underline clues about who the audience is. So who are they writing to? And why is that important? How does that affect the piece? Again, it's going to affect the purpose. All right, look for purpose and how the speaker achieves it. How is the speaker achieving their purpose? And then note the type of evidence, statistics, anecdotes, etc. And there is a laundry list for you to use. Syntax, great word. Notice a shift to short or choppy sentences or long flowing sentences and back and forth. And what is the effect it has on the audience? Do they use rhetorical questions? So syntax is how sentences are set up. And then diction, that's choice of words. And then circle unfamiliar words. Make sure you put them in your vocabulary. Circle important words. So why is the author choosing that word? And then tone. Obviously, tone and diction go really well together. Highlight passages that contribute to the tone and tell why. Again, look at why. It's in bold caps. Why these quotes are important. And why these tone words or tone passages add, again, to the purpose that the author is trying to achieve. Look at the structure and organization of the piece. Again, look to ethos, pathos, logos. Those are always great things to talk about. If you talk about ethos, pathos, logos, obviously you're going to use some of these other terms. You're going to use diction, tone. You're going to look at syntax because that's how the author produces that ethos, pathos, logos. And then imagery, figurative language. How effectively did they use that? All right, relate the events to your personal life when you're taking notes. It makes it more important to you and sometimes helps your focus. Know your news. I like that. Know your news. Know what's happening and going on right now. So if you want to, my great suggestion is follow some of the opinion writers that are out there. Choose a couple of news opinion writers, maybe one conservative, maybe one liberal. Read from those newspapers and see what they're saying about current events. And then you start making your judgments. Okay. Make notes of any words or concepts you don't understand. Ask me. If you can't find the answer, ask me. Underline rhetorical devices. Mark notes into the margins. Yes, that's what we're doing. As you practice annotation, create your own system of highlighting and your own system of note-taking. Any questions? Ask Ms. Camp. Ask me. All right, I'm going to stop this now.